Hey there, folks. I've got some M and M's Ghoul Mix. What they really are just basic peanut M&Ms in purple, orange, and green, spooky Halloween colors. It's just basic. They taste like a peanut M&M. They're hella good. I like peanut M&Ms, and I sound terrible with my mouth full of peanut M&M. So, not much of a treat, but I figured since I have something basic, I'll talk some basics. I'm going to be getting into the actual history of my haunting soon. I'm telling a lot more stories. But I saw a few things on YouTube and was asked a question not too long ago based on something I said in a video that made me think I was not fully understood. So I want to talk a little bit about conduct, I guess, at a haunt. We'll call it conduct. I don't think that's the right word. So I had said why I don't like filming in haunts. I actually don't hate filming in haunts. I love watching the inside of haunts. As the question I was asked was, how do you feel about filming on dark rides? Well, obviously, a dark ride is not the same. You're not walking through. You don't have the ability to go places you shouldn't. And no one's going to get hurt. It's totally a different animal. And the basic I was trying to get at, which I'll try again, and try and say it better. It was a carpetbagger that said he didn't like the fact that some haunts said he couldn't film. And I understand why a haunt might not want you to film. And I'll tell a story first. I was working a haunt one night, and my job was Leatherface. And the scene was the people came down the hallway. To their left was a wall. To their right was a set. And the set was decorated with a big table, a woman strapped to it screaming, an actress. And she screamed because someone's going to come get her. And the rest of the set was decorated with, it was a room from a Leatherface movie. Bones on the wall and whatever. Picture, whatever. It looked like a room scene. I guess the table was really looked like a dining room table, but it had chains on it. It was a really nice set. So the idea was she would distract the people by screaming. They would look at her. At the right moment, I had a hidden window that was up about 3.5, 4 feet, mid-level high, kind of wide. I would pull the window inward, to appear, and as I did that, I'd kick a switch because I had a chainsaw. The switch would turn on a sound effect of a chainsaw because you can't run a real chainsaw inside a house. The exhaust would just be disgusting. And then I would lean out, with my head, kind of glance to the left and right to see the surroundings, knowing that there was no one out there. That chainsaw would then come out and I would start menacing people and threatening them with it. And I never did look down because anyone below my area was below it. They were either, if they were that little of a kid, they weren't in the danger zone. They're not going to, nothing's going to happen. Well, what happened was a guy who had been through the haunt multiple times knew where that scare was, and he thought he was going to get the chainsaw guy and scare him because it would be funny. And what he did was he ran up and hid, scooted, crouched down below the window, ready to get me or whoever was in there. He thought it'd be funny, it'd make his friends laugh and whatnot. And how it happened was I opened the door inward, it opened inward, kicked on the sound, people scattered. I looked around, I pushed the chainsaw out the window to menace them with it as he jumped up to scare me. And he jumped up right into the bottom of the chainsaw, right into the big, the motor part. Cracked his head open, dropped straight down, out like a light, bled some, but he was out. He knocked himself out. And I actually didn't even know what happened until, I was told. And because I just did my scene and run back, and I guess he jumped up, and I don't know, I was moving upward at the time or something, so I didn't feel it go up. I don't know why I didn't notice it, but he was below my sight of vision, and the only reason he knew that would be funny was because he had been through the house multiple times. And I understand the reason some houses don't want filming, because you show off some of the scares, and some of those scares could get people hurt, an actor or a visitor. And this one got a visitor hurt, and it was me that hurt him. I felt bad. It wasn't my fault, so I didn't feel that bad. I felt bad. And they said, yeah, he'd been through, and so I was like, well, you pay your monies. At least he paid to find out where the scare was before he did something stupid. And now with the YouTubes and all that stuff, you don't even have to pay. You can watch it, know where the scare is, and then go there and do something stupid. And you have the ability, like if you're on a hay ride or a dark ride, or you don't have the ability to, put some, a lot of things could have happened. What if I had a scare where I just pushed my head out the thing to, I checked the view, but I'd put my head out and he jumps up, his head hits the bottom of my chin. That's going to cause, one of us some problem. That's not cool. So it's just, you don't want people seeing where things can happen. And that's my only, not even a complaint about filming, because I would film in a house if they told me it was cool and I had the right equipment. I have the wrong equipment to do it. My thing is, I understand why houses don't want it. And that's on that. Another thing I'll just get to you for basics is I'm going to be showing you some hay rides, I think, or may have shown you one, and cornfields and stuff like that. Don't smoke at those. If you're a smoker, don't sit on a bale of hay, start smoking a cigarette, and then get pissed when I tell you, don't smoke here. You're on hay. That's ridiculous. It's a stupid, yes, we fire retard as much as we can, but you're on hay. Do you know what the fuck happens if you put fire to hay? Okay. It's just a little thing I thought of that I remember how many times I told people, you can't smoke here. So, no, I'm outdoors. It's okay. There's no one around. I'm like, you're sitting in hay. What the hell's wrong with you? So there's that. And one more basic I wanted to bring up is flashlights. And to bring that up, I should talk about a few things you should do if you want to learn about haunts. Watch Carpetbagger. Carpetbagger is doing some great stuff on visiting haunts. You'll learn a lot about what the what they're like as a visitor. Nikki Land is doing a few good ones. I like hers. And Adam the Woo. I mean, those are three to check out for haunts. I was watching a Nikki Land one. They were at Knott's Berry Farm, which is one of the premier haunted houses. I've never been there. I think it's like a mecca. I've got to go there someday. And someday, that Knott's Scary Farm that's a haunt that I need to see. I mean, Universal has gotten better than Knott's, I think, in their professionalism from what I've seen. But Knott's is still the one. That was the first, that's the one. Anyways, they're going through the haunt, and they have a flashlight out. And they are outside in a scare zone, and they're using the flashlight, and they are hitting the ground, and someone yells at them, turn that flash off. And they get kind of pissy. And they say, you don't have, and they're talking about, oh, Mrs. Cranky Butt or something like that, And they complain that, they weren't even shining it in people's eyes. And, basically, a couple reasons. If they say don't use a flashlight, or if they don't supply you with a flashlight, don't use a flashlight. Don't use your phone. Don't do anything, because, yes, you may not hit them in the eyes that first of all. They did not hit that person. They're shining at the ground. They were in a scare area. First of all, the area is lighted how it should be lighted. If it's dark and hard to see, there's a reason for it. You're not supposed to see everything. Second of all, if you're a scare actor and you get hit in the face with a flashlight, the beam, that'll put you out for a while. Because as an actor, we sit in the dark a lot and get very used to the dark. And, we can see, the lights are designed to mess up the customers, not the actors. You'll walk into something, all of a sudden a strobe light goes off. The strobe light is aimed at the customers where the actor is still in the dark, so their eyes can stay adjusted. The strobe messes up the customer's vision. They walk into the next scene and they can't see because they had lights shined in their eye. However, if you accidentally hit an actor in the eyes, they're blinded and that's it. They're done. They're just going to sit there for a while they try and regain their vision. And even if you're just shooting at the ground or the walls, you don't know that you didn't hit someone in the eyes. We know where you are. You don't know where we are. We could be behind that wall looking out a peephole, and all of a sudden, boom, right in the eye. And that really sucks, believe me. And another one, they sell glow sticks at the haunts. They're fun. Go for it. Get a glow stick, because they'll tell you this will protect you from the demons. This will save you. Glow sticks serve about 2-3 purposes. One, they make the customer happy. They like getting something fun. 2, it makes money. And 3, we can see you better. That's really what it's for. It's not so you will be safe or they see, know that it means don't scare. No, it means scare. You've got a glow stick on you. You're come walking down that hall. We know where you are. We're going to nail you. Anyways, so that's some basics when you go out to visit some haunts this year. And we'll try some others later. All right.